this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we are doing a topic on decimals and we're going to be comparing decimals today. So we're going to go straight into the examples and we need to know these symbols here. This symbol is a less than symbol. This symbol is the greater than symbol. Now there's different ways to remember it. I like to think of it as the pointy end always points to the smaller number. Okay, so hopefully that will help you with these questions here. So we need to put the right symbol into each of these problems here to make the statement true. So we have 5.6 and we have 5.3. So pointing to the smaller one, 5.3 is smaller, so I need to have the pointy end pointing to the smaller number. So that's the symbol I need to use. It's the greater than symbol. 5.6 is greater than 5.3 because 5.3 is littler. Let's do it again for B. We have 1.27 and 1.31. Well, they both have a 1 in the ones position, but in the tenths position, this number has only 2, whereas this one has 3. So that means that this number is smaller, this number is bigger. So pointing to the smaller number, we need the less than symbol. 1.27 is less than 1.31. For C, 7.455 and 7.451. The first number is the same, the tenths are the same, the hundredths are the same. Its only difference is here in the thousandths. And 5 thousandths is more than 1 thousandth. So this number is bigger. So I need the arrow pointing this direction. So it's a greater than symbol. For question 2, circle the larger number in each pair. So keep looking through the number to see in which position the number changes. So we have the 2's the same, we have the 1's the same, so there's no changes until we get to the hundredths. Okay, and that's where we need to look. So this has a higher number in the hundredths position, so it is larger. In B, that's the same, tenths are the same, hundredths are the same, thousandths are different. This has 1 thousandths, this has no thousandths, so this is bigger. Even though this does have a 10 thousandths number, it is not significant. We don't need to look at that because our difference was here in our thousandths. Looking at question 3, arrange the numbers in ascending order. Ascending means from the smallest number to the highest number. They are all 3 point something. Okay, so we need to look at the first decimal place. So we have a 2, a 4, another 2, and a 3. 2 was the smallest, so it's out of these two numbers. We need to compare them. So we're going to have to go to the next position for these two. In the hundredths position, we have a 7 and a 5. This 5 is smaller than 7, so it is the smallest. So 3.259 is the smallest. Okay, that one's done. This was also 0.2, so it is next, 3.274. That's done. So we've done both the 0.2 numbers. Now let's keep looking here. Back to the first decimal place. We have 0.3, which is smaller than 0.4. So this one is going to be next. 3.3 and 3.431. Okay, there they are in ascending order. Question 4, arrange the numbers in descending order. So that means from the biggest number all the way down to the smallest number. So let's look at these again. They're all 9 point something. We have 9.4, 9.3, 9.4, 9.4. Okay, so this one's definitely going to be the smallest because it's got a 0.3. These ones with 0.4s are all just that little bit bigger. We're going to have to look at the hundredths number in each one. So I have a 7, a 9, and a 2. Okay, the biggest out of those is the 9. So that must be the biggest number, 9.4. 9.492 is the biggest. That one's done. Now out of these two, the 7 is bigger than a 2, so this number must be next. 9.478. That leaves this one, 9.42. And finally, our smallest one, 9.399. Okay, so that's it for what we're learning today, but it's time for you to practice. So here are some questions very similar to what we've just done. Pause the video, give these questions a go, and then restart to see how you've gone. So for question 1, we want to insert our less than or greater than symbol to make the statement true. 1.93 and 1.75. The ones are the same, but 9 is bigger than 7. So this is bigger, pointing to the smaller one. I need to go that way. 0.5 for both of them, but then I have a 3 and a 0. This one's bigger, this one's smaller. Again, we're pointing that way. C, 6 for both of them, 0 or 3. 0 is smaller, so we are pointing to the left. We have a less than sign. For question 2, circle the larger number in each pair. They start with 9, but our tenths are different. Is 3/10 bigger or 5/10 bigger? 5 is bigger, so this number is larger. These two numbers both start with 5, then they both have a 6, then they both have an 8, but here we have the change in the thousandths position. We have 6 thousandths and 3 thousandths. 6 is bigger, so this number is smaller. Circle the bigger one. Question 3, we want to arrange the numbers in ascending order, which is smallest to largest. We have some numbers that are 3-point and some numbers that are 2-point. So 2 is going to be smaller than 3, isn't it? So these two must be the smaller 2. But which one is the smallest? 2.5 is smaller than 2.9. So 2.57 is smaller than 2.9. Okay, then these two will be in the 3rd and 4th position. 3.82, 3.89. So the ones, the tenths and tenths are the same, but the hundredths are different. 2 hundredths is smaller than 9 hundredths. So this one goes first, 3.82, and 3.89 will be last. And finally, arranging the numbers in descending order. We want the biggest number first, all the way down to smallest. These are all 7 point something. So let's look at the tenths. We have 0.1, 0.0, 0.1, 0.1. So this one is going to be the smallest because it's the only one that's a 0.0. These ones are all 0.1s. So let's have a look at the hundredths position for these three. We have a 5, 1, and a 0. 0 is the smallest, 1 is next, 5 is the biggest. So this one's first, 7.152, then 7.1176, and 7.1048. Okay, then finally our small one on the end, 7.0913. All right, that's it for our lesson today. Keep practicing. I'll see you next time. Bye.